On the court, she is dominant as they come, having had a 37-match winning streak at one point in 2022. Off the court, fans are charmed by her down-to-earth nature and light sense of humor. Yes, women's tennis has a new star, and her name is Iga Swiatek. The 21-year-old Polish player's ascent to the top has been nothing short of stratospheric, and in this video we will look at the top 10 things to know about Iga's lifestyle and net worth. Early life. Iga Swiatek was born May 31, 2001 in Warsaw, Poland, to Dorota and Tomasz Swiatek. Iga was born with the sports gene because her father competed in the men's quadruple sculls event at the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Swiatek's father wanted his daughters to become competitive athletes and preferred they take up an individual sport rather than a team sport to have better control of their chances of success. Iga's older sister Agata initially started as a swimmer but switched to tennis after she had issues with swimming. Iga followed her sister into tennis because she wanted to beat her, and also because she wanted to be more like her. Nothing like some sibling rivalry, right? Iga's skills surpassed her sister's, and in 2015, Iga trained at the Mara Warsaw Tennis Club in Warsaw. She eventually moved to Warsaw, also in the capital city of Poland, and the same year she started competing in International Tennis Federation, junior circuit events, won back-to-back low-level Grade 4 titles, and moved up to Grade 2 events. Iga was a rising star in Europe. Career. Swiatek began competing on the ITF women's circuit in 2016 and played on the circuit through the end of 2018. She won all 7 ITF singles finals that she reached. Her first 3 titles came at just 15 years old. In 2018, she won the Junior Wimbledon tournament despite being unseeded. In 2020, Iga made the breakthrough on the pro level when she won her first Grand Slam title at the French Open. Entering the tournament ranked 54, Iga defeated in an upset number 19 ranked Marketa Vondrousova, number 2 Simona Halep, and number 6 Sofia Kenin. In 2021, she won a WTA title, and her consistency on tour propelled her to the number 4 ranking. However, in 2022, Iga emerged as the centerpiece of women's tennis. After a semi-final loss at the Australian Open, Swiatek embarked on a mind-blowing 37-match win streak that included 5 consecutive WTA titles and her second French Open. The streak ended in a second-round loss at Wimbledon. However, Iga rebounded like a fighter to capture the US Open title, becoming the first Polish to win it. Swiatek has certified her place as number 1 and the new face of women's tennis. Endorsements. Tennis players mainly receive huge sponsorship deals for their rackets and clothing. As for Iga Swiatek's clothing sponsors, she had a contract with Nike when she started on the WTA Tour. However, as her stature improved with the French Open 2020 triumph, she just cut her affiliation with Nike and joined hands with the Japanese brand ASICS. Other famous athletes sponsored by ASICS are Novak Djokovic, Matteo Berrettini, and Jennifer Brady. As for her racket sponsorship, she uses rackets from the French company Technofiber. She received her sponsorship offer from Technofiber after she won the French Open 2020. Iga Swiatek has also collaborated with brands like Xiaomi, Rolex, Red Bull, and Toyota Lexus. If her dominance over the field continues, expect Iga's marketability to increase substantially. Salary and net worth. Iga's salary has climbed from when she played in the ITF and earned $10,000 to $15,000 to win at a level 1, $25,000 for the next level, and $60,000 at the final level. According to WTAtennis.com, she has earned over $14 million in her young career, and in 2022 to date, she has earned a whopping $9.2 million. In just 3 years, she has already climbed up to number 34 on the all-time money list, and expect that to climb even more steadily as she racks up titles and wins on tour. According to CelebrityNetWorth.com, Swiatek is worth a cool $10 million for her hard work and determination. She loves Rafa and Mad Men. Swiatek has been a Rafael Nadal fan for a long time and keeps rooting for him. Why? Well, she explained, "I admire him as an athlete and his fighting spirit. He's a model sportsman. Rafa always fights until the very end. He's a tennis warrior. Moreover, I admire his playing style with high top spins, as I also like to play that way. His left-handed forehand is an amazing hit that earned him more than 1 tournament win. I like and respect Roger Federer. It's hard not to consider him a legend of our sport, as he's in a tennis class of his own. But when it comes to style and personality, I'm more into Rafa, because I love his energy." Sorry. Well, at least now we know where she stands on the GOAT debate. When asked about her favorite series, Swiatek says Mad Men without hesitation. She revealed this series as a cool retro atmosphere as it takes place in the 1960s, but at the same time, it depicts the beginnings of advertising in the US in an engaging way. It's important for me that I can learn something interesting from a series, and this one shows many mechanisms and ideas, which are obvious for us, but were something brand new at that time. Not a fan, but hey, I get her point. Cars. In 2021, Swiatek has been spotted driving a Porsche Panamera 4SE Hybrid. After winning the 2022 WTA 500 tournament in Stuttgart, sponsored by Porsche, she received the Porsche Taycan GTS Sport Turismo. She is the owner of 2 suite vehicles from the same vehicle company. Those vehicles are luxurious because they will cost you nearly $250,000 to acquire them. Expect more Porsches to be parked in Swiatek's driveway soon because Iga is just getting started. Cat lover. Iga is a cat lover, and for now there's only one at her house, Black Grappa, but one day she will want to have more. So where did the name Grappa come from? Well, it's easy to figure out, she said with a smile. Black Grappa is a famous brandy from Italy, so she was inspired by a sip? Quite likely. She owns a ukulele and loves old school rock. Swiatek owns a ukulele, which is a Hawaiian string musical instrument. When she was young, the pole was an emotional player on the court and often lost control, so her sports psychologist gifted her the instrument to help her control her emotions. Pretty sweet. In terms of music, she loves Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pink Floyd, Santana, Coldplay, and AC/DC. So how come she is so fascinated with rock music from the past? She explains, when I was going to tournaments, that's the music my coaches listened to, and it just stayed with me. I grew fond of it. My fascination with older music is because music had more value to it in the past. It had a greater spirit, triggered emotions, and was less synthetic. Yep, she is old school. Intense training. In 2021, Iga did a 3-minute video on YouTube that detailed her intense workout and preparation for matches. The workout starts with Iga jumping in the air with 2 dumbbells at her hips, then she tested her lateral movement with side-to-side sprints on the clay court. Then she quickened the intensity by moving tennis balls from the baseline to the net. Then she practiced hammering her forehands as her coach tossed balls at her from various angles. Then she started to do box jumps and exercises involving weight and stepping on the box. The workout also included doing high knees, hit shots restrained by a strap, playing soccer, and even boxing. Yes, Iga is pretty hardcore when it comes to her workouts. Legos and historical books. Iga loves to construct intricate models using Legos, and it has become an important part of the preparation for tennis tournaments. Prior to the 2021 Australian Open, she admitted that she had worked on constructing 2 intricate models on Lego during the mandatory 14-day quarantine. Talk about challenging the mind. And another interesting fact about Iga is that she loves to read historical novels by Ken Follett. She even enjoyed Cathedral of the Sea by the author Ildefonso Falcone, which is said to be one of her favorite books. Sounds like she knows how to pass time well. Mental health champion. Swiatek has often attributed her success to her sports psychologist Daria Abramovich, who has helped Swiatek improve her mental health strength and process her thoughts during intense matches. Mental health is so important to Iga that she has donated to the cause. In October of 2021, Swiatek donated $50,000 of her prize money in support of World Mental Health Day, after progressing to the last 16 of the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells on Sunday. She stated, "I would say in sports, for me, it was always important to use that kind of help because I always thought that in my mental toughness, there is some strength that I can use on court and I can also develop in that manner. But I also know everybody has different paths, and it's great that we can choose our own path because I know that there are people who also don't need psychologists." Yes, that kind of act reflects the humble, kind, and laid-back lifestyle of the new face of women's tennis, Iga Swiatek. So what do you think about Iga and her humble lifestyle? Do you think she has the potential to be an all-time great in the sport? Let me know in the comments section. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more premium sports-related content. Until next time.